What everyone gets wrong about carry-on rules in 2025, airlines won't warn you. Hey travelers, ever gotten to the gate and bam, surprise fee or confiscated item? Today we're counting down the top 14 things everyone gets wrong about carry-on rules in 2025. Stuff airlines won't warn you about. We've got real data, a lighthearted touch, and a few horror stories, with a dash of humor, so you don't learn these lessons the hard way. Spoiler, number 1 might just save your next trip. Before we get started, subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and hit that notification bell. We have new videos every week to keep your travels smooth. Now, let's dive into the countdown and get you flying smarter. 14. One size fits all. The carry-on dimension myth. Many travelers assume that a carry-on bag labeled standard size works for all airlines. Not even close. Carry-on limits vary wildly. U.S. carriers usually allow bags up to 22 by 14 by 9 inches, including wheels and handles. But in Europe, you'll often see 55 by 40 by 20 centimeters, which is smaller, and in Asia, even tighter restrictions apply. Some airlines also measure total linear dimensions, adding up length, width, and height. If your total exceeds their maximum, your bag gets checked. And yes, handles and wheels count. A traveler once learned the hard way that their 23-inch bag was over by half an inch and had to be checked at the gate. Even among U.S. carriers, there's variation. Southwest, for example, allows slightly larger bags. Always measure yours before you go. Think of it this way. If your bag wouldn't fit in the airline's display sizer, it won't fly in the cabin. Still think you're safe? Just wait until you meet the weight rule. 13. The Great Weight Surprise. Most Americans never see their carry-ons weighed, but fly overseas, and that changes fast. Many international airlines cap carry-ons at 7 to 10 kilograms. That's 15 to 22 pounds. Some Asian airlines are even stricter. Air China's economy limit is only 5 kilograms, about 11 pounds. Gate agents in Australia, Asia, and Europe regularly weigh bags before boarding. If yours is over, you'll either pay to check it or repack on the floor. Some airlines use handheld scales right in line. Others surprise passengers at the gate just before boarding. It's not about fairness, it's about safety and overhead bin limits. So pack lighter, especially if your itinerary includes multiple airlines. One may allow 40 pounds while the next caps it at 15. Always go by the most restrictive rule on your trip. So you've kept it light and compact. Great! But how many bags do you actually get to bring? 12. The personal item illusion. Most airlines allow a carry-on and a personal item, but that's not universal. Budget airlines and basic fares often include only one item total. For instance, U.S. legacy carriers like Delta or American usually allow both, but Ryanair or Wizz Air limit you to one small bag that fits under the seat. Their free size allowance is just 40 by 20 by 25 centimeters. Barely bigger than a laptop bag. Show up with 2 bags, and you'll have to combine them or pay up. Even on full-service airlines, the personal item must fit under the seat, usually no larger than 18 by 14 by 8 inches. If you're bringing both a carry-on and a personal item, make sure your fare includes it. Otherwise, that free extra bag can cost you $30 to $75 at the gate. And if you think your ticket includes both, think again when we hit number 11. 11. The basic economy trap. Basic economy tickets look cheap for a reason. Some airlines quietly exclude carry-ons from those fares. United, for example, only allows a personal item for basic economy passengers. Bring a rolling suitcase, and you'll be charged at the gate, often more than the ticket cost. Low-cost airlines worldwide play similar games. Ryanair, Frontier, and EasyJet all sell no-frills tickets, where overhead bin space costs extra. Miss that fine print, and your suitcase might cost you dearly. In 2025, bag fees are among airlines' biggest moneymakers. They don't remind you to check the policy because confusion equals profit. The rule: always read the fare details before buying, especially for connecting flights where different airlines may apply different rules. So you've paid for your carry-on. Great, but don't celebrate yet. Overstuff it, and you're still in for a surprise. 10. The overstuffing oversight. If I can zip it, I can ship it. Famous last words. Expandable luggage might be your best friend at home, but your worst enemy at the airport. Those expansion zippers often push your bag just over the size limit, and agents love to use sizer frames. If your bag bulges out, it's getting checked. No debate. Remember, overhead bins vary by plane. What fits on a large Boeing might not on a small Embraer, and handles and wheels count in total height. Keep your bag firm, not stuffed. You don't want to be the person wrestling their suitcase in the aisle while everyone else waits. Think that's bad? Wait until your bag doesn't even get on the plane. 9. The overhead bin gamble. Even if your bag is approved, overhead bins fill up fast, especially if you board late. Once they're full, gate agents start checking bags to the hold. You won't pay for it, but you'll lose access to anything inside until arrival. If you packed valuables or medication, that's a problem. Small regional planes are worse. Some have overhead bins too small for standard carry-ons. Airlines know this, but rarely warn passengers. They'll simply tag your bag at boarding and send it below. Always keep essentials in your personal item. And if boarding early costs $20 extra, it might be worth it to avoid separation anxiety at 30,000 feet.
So now you're on board. But what about that free extra bag from duty-free or shopping? Let's talk about that next.
8. The free extra assumption. You buy a souvenir, maybe a duty-free bottle, and assume you can bring it along with your bags. Sometimes yes, but not always. Some strict carriers, especially low-cost ones, count everything you carry as a bag. That means your duty-free purchase, camera bag, or pillow could push you over the limit. Ryanair now allows a small duty-free bag in addition to your personal item, but other airlines might not. If you already have 2 bags, a third, even a shopping bag, might get rejected or need to be combined. Even innocent extras like coats or hats can count if you're visibly carrying more than allowed. The safest bet, plan for only 2 items total. You've cleared the gatekeeper. Now comes the TSA checkpoint. And this year, things have changed. 7. The new liquids rule confusion. You might have read that the 100 milliliter liquid limit was lifted in some places. That's partly true, but only at certain airports using new CT scanners. Some airports in the UK and Europe now allow liquids up to 2 liters if scanned with advanced technology. But this rule isn't universal. As of 2025, the TSA still enforces the 3.4-ounce rule in the US, and many airports worldwide haven't upgraded yet. So if you assume the new rule applies everywhere, you could lose your items at security. The same lotion or drink that made it through in London might be confiscated in Rome. Until all airports upgrade, stick to the old rule, 3.4-ounce containers, all in one quart-sized clear bag. Simple, safe, and foolproof. Think that's complicated? Wait until technology gets involved with your luggage itself. 6. The smart luggage dilemma. Smart luggage with built-in batteries became trendy fast, but batteries cause big problems on planes. Any smart bag with a non-removable lithium battery is banned. If your bag has a removable one, it must be taken out before checking, and the spare battery has to stay in your carry-on, never in checked luggage. It's a fire safety rule, not an airline preference. Fail to comply, and your bag might not be allowed on board at all. Also, remember that power banks and vape pens can only travel in carry-on bags, never checked ones. TSA and international regulators take that very seriously. And speaking of TSA, some harmless items can still land you in hot water. 5. The surprising prohibited items. Some items seem safe but aren't. Peanut butter? It's officially a liquid. If it's spreadable, it counts. Snow globes? If they hold more than 3.4 ounces of liquid, they're banned. Travelers still lose thousands of these items every year. Same goes for creamy dips, sauces, and yogurts. TSA sees them all as potential liquids. Other problem items include sharp tools longer than 7 inches, replica weapons, and even toys that resemble firearms.
And let's not forget hoverboards or large battery packs. They're banned for fire risk. If you're unsure, check the prohibited items list before packing.
Now, some of these rules feel strict, but airlines aren't just enforcing safety, they're also enforcing profits. 4. The baggage fee ambush. Ever wonder why some gate agents are extra strict about bag sizes? Because they're rewarded for it. Some budget airlines actually pay staff bonuses for catching oversized or extra bags. Ryanair reportedly offered employees a small payout per passenger caught with non-compliant luggage. Those 50 to 75 euro gate fees, that's part of the business model.
Even traditional airlines rake in billions from baggage fees every year. Enforcement equals revenue.
So don't rely on sympathy or negotiation. Check your airline's limits in advance and stay within them. It's cheaper and stress-free. Think you can rely on a kind agent to let it slide? You might be disappointed. 3. Counting on kindness or consistency. Enforcement varies wildly between airlines, airports, and even employees. One gate agent might wave you through. The next could make you repack everything. Different aircraft have different bin sizes. Different countries enforce different weight limits. If you connect between airlines, the strictest one usually wins. So don't assume leniency just because you got away with it once. Airlines constantly adjust their policies, and agents interpret them differently. Always pack to meet the most restrictive rule on your route. That way, you're never caught off guard. Of course, some travelers try to outsmart the system entirely, and that's our next mistake. 2. The overpack hack fail. Every few months, some genius traveler goes viral for wearing all their clothes at once to dodge airline baggage fees. It's become a kind of internet folklore. Someone struts through the terminal looking like a walking laundry pile, claiming they've outsmarted the system. But here's the truth, it almost never ends well. Sure, you might save a few bucks on checked luggage, but at what cost? Passengers have been caught layering up to 10 shirts, 3 jackets, and 2 pairs of pants, then trying to casually stroll through boarding like it's normal. Others hide laptops, chargers, or even full-size tablets in coat pockets to sneak past carry-on restrictions. The result? Overheating, suspicion, and in many cases, fines. Airlines and gate agents have seen every trick in the book, and they're not amused. The same goes for other so-called hacks that pop up online. Travelers try stuffing clothes into pillowcases, pretending they're for comfort. Others walk around with fake duty-free bags, claiming their bulging tote is just souvenirs. Some even stack hats and scarves to hide smaller items. It's funny on TikTok, sure, but in real life, these antics delay boarding, frustrate staff, and make everyone behind you wish they'd booked another flight. Airline employees are trained to spot these stunts instantly. They'll pull you aside, check your items, and may even charge you an on-the-spot gate fee, which is often twice as high as the regular baggage rate. In extreme cases, passengers have been denied boarding altogether for refusing to comply. And yes, sweating through 6 sweaters while arguing with a gate agent is not a great look for your vacation photo album. So what's the smarter move? Plan ahead. Check your fare type, read the baggage limits, and decide if paying a small fee up front is worth avoiding public humiliation and heat exhaustion. If you truly need more space, invest in a lightweight compressible bag or wear one warm layer that makes sense, not your entire wardrobe. Because let's face it, nothing ruins a flight faster than sitting shoulder to shoulder with strangers while wearing every outfit you packed. Save the viral moments for your destination, not the departure gate. 1. Not reading the fine print. Here it is. The #1 mistake travelers make in 2025, assuming they already know the rules. You'd think after all these years, people would learn, but every day, airport lines are full of overconfident travelers who pack like it's still 2019. The truth is, carry-on regulations change constantly, and what worked last year might cost you big time today. Airlines quietly tweak their size and weight limits all the time. That roller bag that once fit perfectly in the overhead bin, it might suddenly be just a little too tall. TSA and international security agencies also love to update what counts as a liquid, gel, or device. Add in new AI-powered scanners, touchless ID systems, and shifting airline fare rules, and it's a recipe for confusion. Yet, millions of travelers still rely on memory, packing from habit and hoping for the best.
The fix? Never assume. Always confirm. Before every single trip, take 5 minutes to check your airline's baggage policy page. Measure your carry-on, weigh it, and verify what your ticket actually includes. Basic economy might mean no overhead bag, while main cabin gets you a free one, and mixing them up can lead to gate fees north of $100.
Flying multiple airlines on one itinerary? Play it safe and go by the strictest carrier's rules. If Airline A says your bag can weigh 8 kilograms and Airline B allows 10 kilograms, guess which one security will use to deny boarding when you connect? Hint, it's the stricter one. And don't forget those liquid limits. With new checkpoint technology rolling out, rules are shifting fast. Some airports are testing scanners that allow larger containers, while others still enforce the 3.4-ounce rule. Until it's universal, always assume the old rule applies. It's better to breeze through security than to argue over a bottle of shampoo. The few minutes it takes to double-check could save you hundreds of dollars, hours of frustration, and a bruised ego at the gate. Nobody wants to be that traveler unpacking their life on the floor while everyone else boards. So the next time you fly, remember, the rules aren't out to get you. They're just evolving. Stay updated, stay calm, and pack like a pro. Because in 2025, knowing the current rules is the smartest travel hack of all. If you found this guide helpful, or if it saved you from a baggage meltdown at the airport, go ahead and hit that like button. It takes less time than repacking your carry-on in front of 50 strangers. While you're at it, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next round of travel secrets, airline hacks, and TSA updates that make flying just a little less stressful. Now, it's your turn. We want to hear your stories. Drop a comment below and tell us about your worst travel surprise. Maybe your bag took a detour to another continent. Your window seat didn't have an actual window, or you learned the hard way that peanut butter counts as a liquid. We've all been there, and sharing your story might just help another traveler dodge the same chaos next time. This channel is all about making travel easier, cheaper, and, let's be honest, funnier. Because while airlines change their rules faster than flight schedules, one thing stays constant. Smart travelers always help each other out. So, whether you're a frequent flyer or just getting back into the skies, remember this simple mantra: stay smart, pack light, and may your bag always fit in the overhead. Until next time, safe travels, smooth security lines, and no surprise gate changes. And if your flight does get delayed, at least you'll know how to make the most of it, preferably with a free lounge coffee and both shoes still on.